Hello, loves. It's Kat here from Self-Unity. Welcome to today's divine reading. I am so grateful to be here with you today, loves. Thank you for joining me. So for today's reading, we are just going to be pulling cards to see what messages of guidance you most need to hear and receive at this time. So for today's reading, we are using the lovely Tarot of Tales deck. I really like using this deck. It has beautiful illustrations and lots of animal guides, which of course you all know I love connecting with animal messengers. But let's go ahead and get into today's reading. So while I'm shuffling, if there is something that you would like to receive an answer upon, maybe you are going through some type of situation you'd like to get some guidance on, just go ahead and take a moment to ask those questions to yourself now, or set those intentions for what you're wanting to receive guidance on, and then just trust that you will receive the answers or the guidance in the divine's perfect timing. All right, love, so let's see what our messages are for today. So I'm going to pull a couple tarot cards and then we'll start going into the messages here. Let's get one more card. All right, let's see what we've got today. Oh, we have the Five of Swords. All right, Five of Swords with the tornado energy on it. Okay, let's see. We also have the Seven of Cups. I love this card so much, and it comes out quite often when I'm using this deck. So I had a feeling we would see it again today. I always envision that, and there it is. And we also have Four of Swords. All right, and let's see what our last card is. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so we've got one major arcana, and then we're working with the Swords and Cups energy here today. Okay, so it looks like the wheel is turning for you in regards to something that has been weighing heavily on your mind. Okay, there's something where you've been trying to make a decision around something. You know that you have like many choices to make, or you have a choice that you need to make around something specific, but it feels like it's been a bit heavy, maybe a bit clouded, where you've been really unable to see what the right decision is for you, and you just haven't felt as though it was the right time to be making choices. Okay, so I really feel this energy where it's like you had all these different options, these possible paths that you could venture down, or you were given like maybe like even like this ultimatum energy where it's like an either or energy, not necessarily ultimatum, just like it's either this or it's this, take your pick. But you just couldn't decide, you couldn't make a clear decision with this energy of feeling peaceful, feeling as though you could fully trust what your intuition was guiding you towards. You just really didn't know. You didn't have that peace of mind or that clarity in your internal being. And now I feel that clarity and that peace and understanding is coming in, and it's coming in like a really big satisfying wave. Okay, it's like something's coming in to knock down all that like I'm hearing the word dysfunction, like maybe mental dysfunction, mental indecision, and also any emotional turmoil that was rooted in your inability to make a decision with clarity and peace of mind moving forward. Okay, so now things are starting to turn, and you're going to be able to make a decision with peace of mind and trust in yourself, and your intuition, and just feeling like it's the right decision for you. Okay, so I am getting this message coming in where it's like you also couldn't make clear decisions because it feels like the decisions that you were making or the choices that you were making were very much rooted in external influence. Okay, so maybe you were being persuaded by others to follow one path or to do this one thing, but your heart was kind of telling you to do this other thing, even though everybody else was telling you, no, you should do this. It's safer, it's more comfortable, you know what will happen. But your heart was telling you to maybe take the path less traveled or to just try something new, try something different. But because you were getting all this outside influence, you weren't able to make a clear decision, okay? Spirit's really drawing my attention to the Seven of Cups here with the mirror image here. And it's just showing, I love this card because it's actually a very different take on usually how we see the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups here, it's actually showing, usually it's reversed, where it's like the reflection that they're looking at is the one that is showing like the rags, but this is showing you like kind of the truth of what you actually are. So you may have been in this energy where you were looking at yourself as less than, not worthy of receiving, not worthy of moving forward with the path that you wanted to move forward with, the path that would bring you more abundance, more joy, more peace of mind, more clarity, more harmony. But when we flip it around, we can see in the reflection that there is love, okay? The love is at the root, at the center of this individual's being, okay? And there's life there too. There's color, there's joy, there's peace of mind, there's assuredness, okay? There's value, okay? You are valuable and you are worthy. Somebody needs to hear that. You are valuable and you are worthy of whatever it is that you want to pursue, of whatever it is that you want to receive from the choices and decisions that you are deciding upon, the choices and decisions that you are making right now in this moment. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some more cards. I kind of want to pull a couple more tarot. I wasn't planning to pull more tarot, but I'm feeling called to. So let's see what else. The tarot has more messages for us. Let's just pull a couple more. All right, let's get one more tarot. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see. What else is going on here? Okay, so we have the sun. Yes, 19, the sun there right under the Five of Swords. Yes, the light is returning where things have felt dark, heavy, clouded. I'm also hearing the word shrouded. It's starting to clear out. Something is coming in. The wheel is coming in. It's turning around and it's clearing out all that pain, all that turmoil, all that indecision, all that doubt, all that lack. We also have the King of Cups, yes, where you were unable to see yourself as being worthy and supported and valued is now shifting. You are now discovering that your sense of worth, your sense of value comes from within yourself. You get to determine your value. You get to determine your abundance. You get to determine your worth, your well-being. Okay, we also have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords, you're moving away from something, moving away from that indecision, moving away from lack, moving away from doubt, also moving away from needing to receive that external validation or that external influence. You're coming into yourself and you're getting away from needing to ask others, what do you think? Should I do this or should I do that? You are no longer going to be in a space where you need to ask others for their opinion because you know that what you're feeling intuitively is what is best for you, what is right for you. And that is what determines your sense of power, your sense of value, and your sense of worth. And that's also what's going to bring you back to a state of peace, back to a state of clarity, decisiveness, trust, love, safety, security, and stability. Okay, we also have the Tower. Look at that. 16, the Tower, closing out the tarot cards here. We love to see that. Yes, something is falling away, and it's everything that we talked about here, where that indecision, that sense of not being able to trust yourself, it is falling away. It is crumbling away. So you can rebuild a new foundation or almost like get back to the truth, get back to the roots of who you truly are and what you truly want to be doing, what you truly want to be pursuing and moving forward with, okay? So with the sun here too, I'm also really drawn to the moth or butterfly here with the little cocoon here, where it's like you may have been in this period of gestation. You were in this period of cocooning, okay? So you may not have been able to make decisions with clarity, with strength, with peace of mind, because it wasn't quite yet time for you to make those decisions, okay? Just the timing wasn't right. But also I feel that you were working through some inner lessons around bringing healing to any mental turmoil, any mental anguish that you were experiencing, and also any emotional turmoil or anguish that you were experiencing as well, any emotional pains. And it really feels like it is connected to your sense of self, where it's like wherever you were not able to look at yourself with complete trust, complete love, and peace of mind, it is now transforming. So you went through this cycle or this phase, this period of time where you weren't able to make decisions with clarity, or you weren't able to really see what was next for you, what the next best choice would be for you, because you were doing this deep inner healing work on your mental well-being and your emotional well-being around how you view yourself, okay, and how you provide love and safety and assuredness to yourself, okay? So you were in that cocooning phase of releasing anything that didn't allow you to feel a sense of safety within yourself, to feel a sense of love, or to feel a sense of peace within your own mind. You were in this period of releasing all of that energy and transforming it so you could get to the root of your truth, which is that all of that energy comes from within you. You get to determine how worthy you feel internally, okay? Your sense of worth, your sense of love, peace, stability, it all starts from within you. It has to start from within you. It has to come from within you. And it is, and I feel like you're already getting to that point where you're like graduating, blossoming out of the cocoon from all that energy of not knowing, and not being able to move forward with an assuredness. And now you're getting ready to rebuild your foundation from a place of power, from a place of serenity, a place of peace, a place of joy. We said peace twice there. So peace is coming in for you, loves, okay? If you're not feeling it yet, you're still kind of in that energy of not really knowing, stay there for just a little while longer, because the light is coming in, but it's coming from within you. So an exercise that's coming through here from Spirit is to look at yourself in the mirror, okay? Oh, I know we don't want to hear that. Somebody doesn't want to hear that. Look at yourself in the mirror every single day. And just sit with yourself while gazing into your own eyes, admiring your beautiful vessel, your beautiful body, touching your body, touching your hair, combing it while you're looking at yourself in the mirror, putting on lotion while you're gazing at yourself in the mirror, just kind of like rubbing your hands along your body wherever you want to, and giving yourself love, caressing your physical body and admiring yourself. Okay, this is going to help connect you with yourself on a deeper level. It's going to help you see the truth of what still needs healing within you, okay, where you're allowing your mind to bring in that sense of lack, that sense of distrust in yourself, and it's going to help you transform. It's going to help you actually turn the wheels for yourself to bring and invite in and initiate the peace that you are seeking, okay? So mirror gazing is heavily being recommended for you here. You can also pair this with affirmation work if you would like to, where you affirm to yourself while gazing at yourself in the mirror. Just affirm to yourself what it is that you want to experience and feel in your daily life, okay? So if you are working on like finances here, affirm to yourself what you want to experience when it comes to your financial situation, okay? If you're working on something with relationships, affirm to yourself what you want to experience with your relationships, okay? Because you want to transform what it is that you've been telling yourself mentally that isn't true about yourself, and that's keeping you in those lower frequencies of feeling that indecisiveness, feeling that inability to move forward, and also constantly looking outside of yourself for the answers. Okay, it's about bringing the focus back to yourself and looking within and actually looking at yourself so you can make decisions with clarity, peace of mind, and trust and a sense of safety moving forward. Okay, but I feel that this is all coming in very naturally for you, but it is a process. Okay, you still may be in that cocooning phase a little bit where you are just beginning to emerge out of the cocoon and learning how to kind of flap your wings and fly forward. Okay, so give yourself time, give yourself grace. It's also like this energy here with the graduation caps, where it's like you just graduated and now it's time to put it into practice. Okay, you've done the inner work, you've done the lessons, the schooling that you needed to do, but now it's about putting it into practice and actually starting to build and grow these new foundations with a sense of trust, love, and safety within yourself. Okay, let's see if anything else comes through. So Spirit always wants me to talk about the numerology a little bit here. So we've actually got 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so taking steps, but we're starting at 4. We're not starting at 1. So you are in the middle of this journey and you're about to make a big leap where you're going from 4 to 7 here. Okay, where you're about to like jump over some big leaps and bounds. Then we also have 10 here. Okay, we got 10, 15, and 19. So any of these numbers could be significant to you. You may be seeing these numbers in angel numbers or consecutive sequences. I'm really drawn to the 6s. So somebody is seeing 6s, 666, maybe sequences of 4 6s, or 66 could be significant to somebody. And then also the 4s too. So maybe seeing sequences of 4s as well. So 6 is the number of love, connection, relationships. 4 is the number of growth, rebirth, and support, divine support. Okay, love, so let's go ahead and pick up these tarot cards here, and we are going to pull some oracle cards now. Okay, so we are using this beautiful deck here. This is a new to me deck. This is the Seasons of the Witch Litha Oracle, which Litha is a summer solstice celebration. So if you are here with me in the northern hemisphere, we are about to enter into the celebration of Litha on the summer solstice. And this deck has just been so beautiful and lovely to work with over the past few days. I've been getting familiar with it, and I'm really excited to share it with you today. So let's see what card is jumping out. We have Roses, number 30. The soft petal felt upon your flesh is ready to release her thorns. Oh, yes, the soft petal felt upon your flesh is ready to release her thorns. Look at that. Wow, and then we have Rot and Decay. 31. Wow, counting. There we go, taking steps again. It festers when left in the shadows. Bring it to life by giving it away. Yes, there's something that you need to release. Release that sense of lack, that sense of distrust, that unknowingness. You do know. Garden beds, number 11. Sometimes it's difficult to see how hard you're working when you don't provide space for reflection. Yes, this is actually what I was going to say after these two cards came out here. So sometimes when you are in a period of mental and emotional struggle and this like inability to see what's next, to see what the next step is, it can be very easy to get caught up in that energy of not knowing, okay, not being able to see clearly, wanting to hide your head in the shadows, wanting to stay in that energy. And so what Spirit's saying here too, so they were saying wanting to get out of that energy, wanting to just like really push yourself through to get out of that energy because it feels so uncomfortable. But let's see, just like with the Sun card, I left them on top here, just like with the Sun card, you have to stay in the cocoon for as long as you're meant to stay in the cocoon so that all parts of you can be ready and fully developed when it's time for you to spread your wings and fly, okay? And look at that, we have the little moths and butterflies, 1, 2, 3 on each of these cards here too. And so with that, Spirit is saying that you may need to just stay a little bit longer. Don't force yourself out of the energy just because it's uncomfortable. There's something that your inner self is trying to show you about yourself, so that when you are able to move forward into the next stage, into the next step, when this wheel turns, you will have the foundation of support, that inner foundation of fully trusting in yourself, fully operating from a place where your sense of self is rooted in your own like energy of how you see yourself. So it's kind of hard to explain here, but spirit wants you to really work on your inner mindset and emotional connection to your sense of value, your sense of worth when it comes to this next stage that you're moving into. It's like you're getting trapped or getting stuck in these mindsets or heavier emotions around not feeling enoughness. Okay, and so they're kind of forcing you to stay in the cocoon a little longer so you can see the truth of where your enoughness comes from, which it comes from within you. It's something that you get to decide upon. The world around you doesn't decide your value. They don't decide your worth. You decide your worth. It comes from within you, okay? And so you're in this cocoon phase so that you can really work on releasing any of those mental thought patterns or habits or beliefs, conditioned beliefs that you're constantly telling yourself or convincing yourself of that make you feel less than you are. So you can come in and replace them and show yourself just how valued, just how worthy, just how colorful, just how magnificent you actually are. Okay, so it's okay to be in this space that you're in. Sit with it, allow yourself to feel into it, and ask yourself how you can bring transformation to it, how you can transform the things that you keep telling yourself, which are not true. And they probably don't even come from you. I'm feeling like they come from other people telling you these things, maybe society convincing you that that's the way that things have to be, when it's not true. You get to decide. This is your one life, and you get to decide how you live it, how you view it. And you really get to decide your sense of value and your sense of worth in yourself, okay? Let's see, something else was coming through here. Oh, patience. So Spirit was saying, oh, patience and divine timing. Okay, divine timing is also at play here. Things may have to line up in the physical world in order for you to align with something that you're trying to receive or manifest. Things may still be working out in the physical world, okay? And also you may still be in that gestation phase. You still may be needing to cocoon just a little bit. So Spirit's also comparing this to the season. So if you are in the Northern Hemisphere, we are still in the spring season. Things are still growing. They have not quite yet blossomed, which means you are still in this period of growing and nurturing yourself, nurturing something that needs your care and attention, nurturing those garden beds, okay? Making sure that things don't rot and decay so that when summer comes, you can pick those fruits, or when the fall season comes, you have a successful harvest, okay? So just keep that in mind too. Maybe consider working in alignment with the seasons and surrendering to that flow and that cyclical nature. All right, loves, let's go ahead and pull a couple cards from this deck here. This is the Secret Garden cards, and these just have little messages on it. So we're just going to pull a few cards from here, and then we'll tie up the All right, so let's see, what messages do we need? This one here. Wildflower. Live an uncontrolled life, free to grow anywhere and bound by nothing. Yes. Live an uncontrolled life, free to grow anywhere and bound by nothing. What rules are you telling yourself? What rules are you implicating on yourself when it comes to the decisions that you're making or the beliefs that you're reiterating to yourself? And how can you let loose? How can you give yourself a little lax on those rules? Can you remove those rules completely? Listen, be alert. The soft chiming bells call to nearby fairies. Listen, you need to listen to your inner self. You need to slow down and surrender to this moment and to really be with yourself. Okay, stop asking everybody and everything and everyone outside of you for validation, for proof, for their thoughts, for their opinions, and look within yourself and listen to your own intuition. You are your only guide. Look at that. This is a perfect last card from this deck here. Weed. Don't tolerate less than you deserve. Some of you need to clear out the weeds. Some of you need to clear out the weeds. Some of you need to clear out the rot and decay. In a physical, in a literal sense, and in a, what the word is slipping from me. In a literal sense, of like cleaning out clutter, and also metaphorical, there we go. I was like, what is the word? Also in a metaphorical sense, where there could be like people you're connecting with who are not lending to your sense of self-worth. Maybe they are putting ideas and thoughts in your head that just aren't in alignment with what you are needing to hear at this time or receive at this time, or just not something that really supports you. It's not something that elevates you. It's not something that lifts you up. And so you really need to release yourself from those thorns. And for some of you, it's not about just like cutting ties with them, but maybe setting boundaries and asking them, what gives you the right to say those things to me, or to think that, that you are that person, or whatever it is. I feel like there's this energy where someone keeps telling you something, or maybe nagging at you, and you didn't ask for their input. And you just need to set some very clear boundaries with them, that you're not going to tolerate that, because you are not deserving of it. You are worthy of receiving love and support. And anything else does not deserve your attention, does not deserve your time. All right, love, so let's go ahead and pull our last card now. So I've been enjoying working with this deck here. This is the Self-Awareness Oracle cards, and these cards have questions on them that you can choose to just reflect on with yourself, or you can journal out any answers that come through for you in relation to the questions on this card, which I highly recommend, taking some time to journal out your answers to these questions. Okay, here we go. What are the dominant emotions that run my life? What are the dominant emotions that run your life? And let's see, it says, how do you feel your day? Stress or joy? Trust or anger? Anxiety or peace? You have only today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring you the feeling you seek. But when you begin filling every day with that which you value most, you will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. Yes, this is perfect. I'm going to read that again. How do you feel your day? Stress or joy? Trust or anger? Anxiety or peace? You have only today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring you the feeling you seek. But when you begin filling every day with that which you value most, you will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. And your sole action for today is to lean into what you want to feel and adjust your life, your values, and your expectations to match your desires. What do you want to feel? Are you willing to let go of the belief that you have to achieve something to fill it? I was going to interpret this, but Spirit is blocking me, and they are saying that is enough. Spend time reflecting on these answers. Screenshot this card if you need to. This perfectly sums up the energy that you are working through and the choices that you're needing to make when it comes to your mental and emotional energy around these decisions that you're making, the choices that you're making, and the people that you're allowing to come in and influence your life. So spend time with yourself and really ask yourself, what is it that you want to feel every single day? What is it that you want to experience? And what is it that you want to be connecting with that will help you to embody and embrace and connect with those emotions that uplift and elevate you and bring you back to feelings of love, safety, peace of mind here. Okay, and just sit with yourself in that energy. And trust yourself, loves. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust where it is guiding you. And Spirit's just bringing me back around to remind you of the mirror work. Okay, so if you can, after this reading, just go and take 5 minutes to sit with yourself, gazing at yourself in the mirror and telling yourself that you love yourself and that you are worthy and you are deserving of all that you desire to experience, to feel, and receive. All right, loves, that is it for today's reading. If you enjoyed this video, please give this reading a thumbs up. I said that backwards. If you enjoyed this reading, please give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, loves.